Happy Easter, my sweet loves. Here I am. I thought I would make a video today while I'm making our Easter quiche. And I already started to crumble up the hash browns. I'm cheating because I don't have any more fresh potatoes. But I did have some hash brown patties in the freezer, so I took them out and thawed them, and now I'm going to use them as my crust in my hash brown quiche. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 hash brown patties, and I'm just gonna crumble them up. I already washed my hands, of course. I'm just crumbling them up in my pie plate. How's everybody doing today? I got my bunny ears on. I thought I would wear my bunny ears today. So I'm just crumbling up these hash browns. Now when you use the fresh potatoes and you grate them up, you have to cook them for about 10 minutes. After you grate them up and put them in your pie plate, you would drizzle a 1/4 cup of melted butter over the shredded hash browns when you use fresh potatoes. But I don't have any fresh potatoes, but I have these hash browns. So, but you don't, when you have the when you're using the hash brown patties, you just press them into your pie plate. You don't need to add the extra butter because they already have a lot of fat in them. They're quite greasy. Like, I don't know if you can see that grease on my fingers, but it's greasy. So I'm gonna just pat this in as best I can and make it go all the way up the sides really good, because I've already prepped up my veggies and I hope I've got enough room for all these veggies that I chopped up. Just bear with me for a second while I'm finishing this part. I have my oven preheating right now while I'm doing this. I have it preheating at 375. And I'll probably cook this for about ½ an hour, or until the center doesn't jiggle anymore. Okay. I'll have to send you a picture of my finished product, the finished quiche afterwards. But this will at least give you an idea of how I do it. And you'll have this for reference point. There we go. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. All right. Those ears are funny. I don't know why they don't stand up anymore. I think they're just because they're really old. Oh, my oven's hot. They're really old. But anyway, I got my ears on for you. Okay. All right. So my hands are washed again, just to get the grease off. They're already clean. And my pie crust, as you can see, is a hash brown crust. And it's all set. Now, I've already taken the time and I chopped up my veggies. I'm making a clean out the refrigerator with what I need to use up quiche for my Easter quiche. I'll tell you what I put in it. I have red onion and some tomato, some green pepper, some red pepper, some zucchini, black olives, and shredded carrots. I think that's about it. And and I added the rest of my Mexican cheese that I didn't have a whole lot left. Might have been about a cup, but it may not have been. So anyway, I'm giving this a good stir to mix all that goodness up together. Look at those nice fresh veggies. I've never used carrot or zucchini before in a quiche, but I thought at the last second, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put carrots in it because it's bunny day. Okay, so Now that that's all prepared, oh, maybe I should, no, I shouldn't be touching my face. I had an itch. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I didn't measure any of the vegetables. I kind of just eyeballed it. But most of the time when I do like a vegetable quiche, I do about 1/4 of a cup of most of my vegetables and about a cup of cheese. So I didn't measure any of this. I just chopped it because some of my vegetables just were starting to not be happy and I knew I needed to use them up today. So what better way to use them up than in a nice, healthy, nutritious quiche. And this will feed us at least twice, 2 meals. So this will be our brunch, our Easter brunch. Oh, this is going to work out just perfect. Look at that. Sometimes I get lucky with my eyeballing. And other times not so much. But today, looks like I did pretty good on the measurements. Okay, so now just smooth out all your veggies, you know, in such a way so that it's evenly distributed in your pie plate, because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my eggs, beat my eggs up and pour it over all of this. And you want to like have a relatively flat pie, quiche. Alright, that's looking kind of good. What do you think so far? There it is, all raw and ready. Okay, yummy. This will be different. Never had zucchini or carrots in a quiche. And I always say, no guarantees in this kitchen. And most of the time, things come out real good. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I'm going to use the same pan with all the leftover in it. And I've got my 4 eggs. I use the eggs. I get my eggs from Detweiler's, which is an Amish farm market. And, oh, it's a great store. Prices are wonderful. Normally my eggs, I get a flat of eggs of 30. And usually the price of those brown eggs, which are free range, they're Amish eggs. They're running around in the yard. They're digging their, you know, getting their grubs up out of the ground, and they're happy chickens. Anyway, normally when it's not a virus going on, the price of a flat of eggs from Ditweiler's, the brown ones like these, normally run anywhere from $2.99 a flat for 30 eggs, which is holy moly, that's cheap. This flat that I bought 2 weeks ago, which is, no, 3 weeks ago. It's been the last time I've been out of the house, 3 weeks ago. And I still got plenty of food. I paid $5.49 for. So the price definitely has gone up a little bit. Oops, let me throw this away too. And there we go. But still an excellent value for 30 eggs. I mean, you can't beat that. Well, I beat my eggs. You can't beat the price, but you can beat the eggs. I'm funny this morning, aren't I? I miss all of you guys. It's so weird that we're all separated. I mean, I can't even see Tove and Mikey, who are only 15 minutes away, or Nana down the street. Not down the street, but you know, she's an hour away, and normally we would all be together on Easter. So, all right, now I'm going to add, so I got my 4 eggs beaten up, and I'm using oat milk instead of regular cow milk because Ron is lactose intolerant. And so the oat milk is much thicker. I'm going to just measure it. Oh, I need my glasses to see. But a half a cup of milk should do it just right. Let's see. Alright, and I might have put a little more than a half a cup in there. Yeah, it's like more like 2/3 of a cup, but that's okay. We'll just mix that in. And I'm gonna put some little bit of salt in here. I'm not gonna put a lot of salt, but I am. I am. Let me take my glasses off. I am gonna put some salt in. Okay, and some black pepper. That one's great. That one's working way better than my salt. Okay, you can always add more later. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to just beat that up really good. And can you see it? I made a mess. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to just pour this right over the quiche. I'm going to try to start from the outside edge, going all the way around first, moving into the middle, kind of like a concentric circle. Right, just want to cover all those veggies real good so they all got some egg mixture on it. Go down. Got to pour it slow so that it absorbs down through the veggies. And if it doesn't go down real good, just kind of like take a fork and move it around just a little bit so you're getting everything covered in there really good. What's everybody else having for Easter today? Since it's only just going to be myself and Ron today, I made a really luscious meatloaf last night, and there's a lot left over. So I also have some leftover homemade broccoli soup I made earlier in the week, a couple days ago. So I'm not going to knock myself out cooking today. This is going to be my main cooking for today. Everything else I'm just going to warm up later as we get hungry. Okay, so this looks good. It's all covered. What do you think? I think it looks pretty yummy, just the way it is, right? Okay, so my oven's preheated at 375. I'm popping it in the oven. And it will be ready in about a half an hour. I'm gonna put the timer on for 30 minutes. There we go. So hopefully it will be delicious. I'll let you know. I'll send you pictures of the finished quiche. I love you guys. I miss you so much. And be well and be safe. Stay home.